In this video, I'm going to be introducing and going over the checklist. How's it going, everyone? Danny here with OJIS, helping you to challenge the status quo and find your dream job. When I was applying for my first professional job, I had no real approach on how to find this job. I did not know what I was doing, and I honestly didn't even put enough thought and effort into it. My approach was to simply search for jobs that required my major and apply for them. My method was that simple. It was very inefficient and definitely not leading me towards my dream job, or any job for that matter. It took me some time to figure out what I was really trying to accomplish, and after hours and hours of applying and not receiving any responses from anyone, I decided to take a step back and rethink my process, rethink what I was doing. And I ended up coming up with this process, which I have documented in this checklist that I'm sharing with you, and which incorporates this entire Dream Job course. I honestly wish that I had this checklist when I first started applying. It is a good way to keep you on track and to remind yourself of anything that you should be doing. By no means is this going to replace any of the videos in this Dream Job course, but it will help guide you as you go through the videos. And FYI, everything listed in this checklist is covered in this course, and so everything will be covered in detail at some point. So if we go to the first section at the top labeled Module 1, we can see that there are a few things to check off the list before we proceed with Module 2. The previous video covered the questionnaire, so please make sure that that is complete. If you haven't completed that questionnaire yet, I highly suggest you pause this video now and go complete it. It should take you 10 to 20 minutes and will really help you figure out what you're trying to accomplish. Next on the list is recommendation letters. I highly suggest requesting these recommendation letters right now. That way they are ready to go in your toolbox to be used when needed. I always attach recommendation letters to online job postings even when they're not required. And you never know, a company can get back to you sooner than you anticipated, wanting to proceed with your application and asking for some recommendation letters. And you want to be ready. I suggest sticking to recommendation letters from highly qualified people only. This covers professors, managers, or supervisors. Friends and family do not give you that professional credibility that hiring managers are looking for. When requesting for such a letter, you can do so in two ways, in person or through email. Personally, I think the best approach is to ask in person. It is just more personable and helps create a better connection between you two. But honestly, either will work. Be sure to mention to them when you would like to have the recommendation letter ready by. And you can mention that you would prefer it to be written on company letterhead and to write the letter to whom it may concern. That way, the letter looks professional and, most important, can be sent for any job application. So definitely jump on this now. Send out those requests and give them plenty of time to write you something quality. Now, the next thing to get are your university transcripts. Some companies will ask for these and some may not. Either way, make sure you have an electronic copy of this document for all the universities and community colleges that you have attended. Most universities will let you download unofficial transcripts, and that is all you need for now. Eventually, when you proceed further into the job application process, then they may request an official transcript. This will have to be sent by your university directly to the company that is asking for it. But for now, all you need to worry about is getting an unofficial transcript for all the universities and community colleges that you attended. This should be pretty quick and painless, but definitely get a copy for yourself. And lastly, the last box to check off in Module 1 before moving on involves creating a contact information sheet. This contact information sheet contains contact information for the places where you received your formal education, places of past and current employment, and all managers, supervisors, and recommenders. Specifically, for the places, this will include addresses and phone numbers, and for the people, it will include phone numbers and email addresses. This document is honestly for convenience, but will definitely be worth the time to put together. Once you get started applying for jobs, this information will come in handy and will honestly be requested a lot. It will save you time in the long run to have this. As we move on past Module 1, you can see that the checklist covers the entire course up through to the last module. The items on this checklist are what I have identified as important steps to be taken for each module. However, don't consider this checklist the answer, and step through the videos to get the secrets on how to complete these steps in the most optimal manner. Also, notice that some of the steps have a C in front of them and not a checkbox. You can see this specifically from Module 3, 4, and 5. The C stands for continual, because these specific steps need to be repeated over and over again until you find that dream job. The more you repeat, the better your chances. Go watch the video in Module 5 to hear more information about these continual steps. So as you step through the videos in this Dream Job course, please use this checklist to your benefit. It was useful for me and I hope it is for you too. Well, after you complete the things discussed in this video, you're ready to move on to Module 2, where we're going to go over the resume and the cover letter and make them look amazing. I'll see you in the next video.